These are the newly added apps on the Apple Watch. Starting off with number one, and it's a weather app. The app is called Weather App, and what I like about this is not only is the app layout pretty colorful, but it's the complication that comes along with it. Because if you're using one of these larger size watch faces for your Apple Watch, you have this amazing graph that will actually show you the day with this, instead of blocks, an actual like line chart, and will give you a general idea how the weather is going to be like throughout the day. So for that reason, it's why it's on my list. Just a quick heads up, unfortunately it's not free. It was a 1 week free trial. After that it's like $40 yearly, which I think it's pretty steep, but considering the fact that Carrot has a monthly fee, all the cool weather apps usually have a subscription like this. So this isn't anything out of the ordinary anymore. It unfortunately became the norm. So I'm giving a 1 week trial a try, and I'm gonna see if it can replace my previously used weather app. Hulk is the name of this one, and don't confuse it with the Marvel character, of course. This app is free to download, and the beauty about this app is that it allows you to keep track of whatever sport you're playing, score right here on your wrist. So it's an amazing app for this reason, as I can tap the screen to keep track of score, and after a game, I can also remove some points too in case I accidentally mispress. You have that override ability, which is quite nice. But after a game, you can share results with the friend you're playing with, the team, or show off to your buddies and such, which I think is kind of cool. And the fact that this app is free to download definitely has to be on our list, because there's been times when I've been trying to keep track on something, either playing chess or something like that. Will definitely come in handy. Add Eddie is the name of this app, and this app is actually free right now, so hurry up and download this because they will be doing a monthly subscription. So since the app recently got released, they're doing this promo going on. What this app basically allows you to do is basically have a QR code right here on your Apple Watch, which could be linked to your social media platforms or any online account. To create a QR code for your Apple Watch, it's super easy. You can just basically install the app. They have pre-made ones for like popular social media app platforms like Instagram, TikTok, even PayPal and such. If you're running a business on the side, you can create custom QR codes right here. And again, you have full URL capability in case you don't see the app that you're using that you want to generate a QR code. You can have this set as a widget on your smartphone, but on the Apple Watch, of course, you could just tap on it and allow others to scan. And basically, it's a nice quick way to have a quick like business card instead of actually giving them a physical business card. You can just allow them to scan from their existing device and have quick access to the URL you're trying to send them to. So check out this app and definitely do take advantage of the fact that it's free right now for a limited time. So get this while you still can. Now Wafari, it's like Wario. This app costs $2, but the beauty about this app is it works. If you're looking for a web browser for your Apple Watch, this is the one you need to get. Out of all of them I've seen in the past, they're usually like not the best. They have like a dumb UI. This one literally looks like WebKit, and it gives you immediately access to Google and your history search down here. So the fact that this website, this web browser app actually does work, it's not bombarding you with ads and such, it's definitely worth the $2, and it's a lot better than having to trick Siri to open up a website or use the shortcut apps and create a website shortcut. This, you simply just tap and it works just like that. Unfortunately, you are unable to like watch YouTube videos. I've tried, but for research purposes or you need a web browser on your wrist, this is definitely an amazing app that just works. Natality is the name of this app, and I've been playing with it for a little bit. But I found out that this app allows you to make transcripts out of like the words you're saying. So let me give you an example. I'm going to tap the screen, it's going to turn red. The hills have eyes. And stop. It's going to transcript it to text, written text, or I can actually go back and review it. So it says the hills have eyes. All right, so you can benefit by taking notes or spell checking yourself quickly without using Siri. That's how I can see somebody use this. The app is totally free to use. However, I was experimenting with it earlier, and I have noticed for long sentences, it may show, and for very long sentences, it's just gonna be a bunch of dots. Now you may assume the native app on the iPhone, if we launch it, will give us access to this library, right? Well, here's the one that has a bunch of dots, right? If I click on it, it just creates a new database, and it doesn't even show me the body of this message. So I've been spending like a couple of minutes now trying to figure it out, and that app doesn't allow me to do that, nor does it have like a clean layout where I could actually go back and view the log. So something tells me that this app is glitched. So if the developers watching this, fix this or make this into an actual feature, because there's so much potential right here with this app. But the fact that right now it gets the job done in making like quick notes for yourself, like remember to grab eggs at the grocery store. Pause it, let it convert that audio log into text. See, and it's pretty consistent too. No misspells or anything like that. But again, it does. If I click on it, it doesn't show me the full body, nor do I have the freedom to delete it. But I'm sure somebody could easily benefit knowing that an app like this exists and it's free to download. If you're using it to make like quick reminders like that, this app could easily work and will definitely make some people's lives easier. Okay, so this next app is kind of unusual. It's called Plog, and yes, the title basically describes what it is. So what I do like about this app, aside from this title, it's kind of interesting, but it's pretty funny, I'll give them that, is unlike water tracking apps, which basically just lets you log in the amount of times you drink water and set reminders, this app does things differently. I actually do prefer this because the concept is quite brilliant. You see, this app, you log in your amount of times you have to go to the bathroom, right? And then based off those logins you're putting in, the app will recommend you the amount of times you should start drinking water. Because with the amount of data you're giving it, it's going to use the recommended amount of data that you should be going to the bathroom more often. So, and it just needs 3 days of logging in information to start recommending you the amount of times you should start drinking water. So because of that, I definitely recommend this app over like water drinking reminder apps, because this one actually does use the proper data that it needs. And it's free to download. It even supports a little complication on your watch face as well. Oh, and something I almost forgot to mention, you could also invite your friends so you can both monitor each other and see who's really hydrated and who's not. So the fact this app is free, it's fun, it's healthy as well, it gathers the appropriate data. It's why it's on today's list. Now, if you're looking for a good speedometer app for like tracking whenever you're on a bike, e-bike, or just in general, you just want to see how fast you're traveling, the app is basically just called Speedometer, GPS, and Compass. I know this is not a new concept, but you see, this app is really well laid out. Its UI is super brilliant. The native app on the iPhones doesn't bombard you with ads, and you have the freedom to convert units from kilometers per hour to miles per hour, temperature, and etc. And the beauty about this is if you're about to go on a run, a bike run, you can actually start it right here, kind of like how you start a workout, and it will actually track the distance you travel, your average speed, and all that good stuff right here off your wrist. So the fact this app is free to download and has this capability with no ads, it's definitely a recommendation for me. Now, this next app I found is Hard Disk, and what basically allows you to do is monitor the battery life stats on not just your iPhone, but your iPad, your Mac computer, your Apple Vision, as well as your Apple TV, which is quite interesting. And then on the iPhone, on the Apple Watch, you can also monitor it here. And I have it, how does your Series 9 have 400 gigabytes? Not even the most expensive model has this ability. Whatever. If we move into the official app right here, again, it's a one-time purchase, not really necessary. You could just, you'll be perfectly fine with the native one that Apple gave us. But this just gives us a quick access to our storage capacity right here, instead of having to go into system and all that stuff right here, where you could just monitor all that right off your wrist. And it also supports a complication, as I previously showed. I'm going to use the larger one. So I'm sure somebody who's like a developer will definitely want to utilize this, as they have many different form factor of different hard disks. Or if you're just a tech geek like I am, you love these type of data, you'll definitely enjoy it. There you go, now it loads on the Apple Watch. So again, one-time purchase of $2 gives you this ability basically. So, Urban Dictionary, we all wanted one of these on our Apple Watches, right? Yeah, well, now it exists. This app is free to download and basically allows you to have the Urban Dictionary on your wrist. So, admittedly, we all use it, I'm sure. We look up funny stuff, look up funny words. Well, it's on your wrist now, so no longer do you have to go on the website. You can just look it up right here And there you guys have it. Those are the newly added apps I was able to find for the month of April. Make sure to stick around as I have more coming out in the near future. But if you missed our previous one, highly recommend checking it out right over there where I go through some other ones. But this one's for last month in case you missed that video. But for all things tech, make sure you are subscribed so you don't miss more upcoming videos just like this. Thank you so much for watching.